This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going. No, you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you. This is my face, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going. No, you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you, oh yeah. Woo! You ready? Come on, let's go. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I know you're there, I know you're there. Anywhere, oh. Anywhere. I fix my eyes on you. Hands in the air, hands in the air. I know you're there, I know you're there. Anywhere, I fix my eyes on you. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going. No, you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you. You are my only, you are my only focus. You are my focus. I fix my eyes on you.
Well, that is just fantastic. We got to watch that 5 times or so tonight when we were supposed to be practicing this, but that was so much more enjoyable. So, play it again from the top. No, I'm kidding. I'm Josh. I am your host tonight, and I am so excited you came to the last night of our Focus VBS. We're going to rehash. We're going to have some fun. But again, welcome. A special shout out again to the tech crew for doing so much work all week. Thank you. Great job. And, oh, a standing ovation. Whoa, one guy. Oh, he just stood up. It wasn't to Clay, he just stood up. It was crazy timing. And a special welcome to our friends tuning in online. We're super excited you're here with us. Thanks for making us part of your Friday night. So as we look across, there are significantly more people in here tonight than the other nights of the week, and I think that's fantastic. There's a whole bunch of kids that I saw all week, and then they brought a bunch of tall kids along with them. That was cool. Way to go. Oh, those aren't kids. Those are adults, right? They snuck in. No, they're supposed to be here. We're excited you came, and the reason we're excited you came is, kids, I want you to know this. The parents, the adults that came with you, they do tons to help you all the time. All the things you do, those adults are making sure they go smoothly for you. And half the time you don't even know. But trust me, like you've trusted me with the other things I've been teaching you this week. Those tall people sitting by you care a ton about you. That's one of my tiny human beings screaming and crying right now. Finn, I hope I hope you rebound well, buddy. I believe in you. So, now, throughout the course of this week, hopefully, when your tiny roommates came home, they felt like they had learned a lot. They felt like they had experienced something special. And the reason I say hopefully is because we don't get time with them after they leave here, right? Once they're gone, they're gone. So we don't want the things you kids learned this week to just end at the end of this week at 8 o'clock tonight or whenever I stop blabbering. We want the adults in your lives to know this stuff too, and we want them to continue to help you and show you the things you ought to be doing and help you continue to learn how to tune in, how to focus on what's important. So, what I'm hoping is, even though maybe you come on Sunday nights, maybe you come to FX a couple times during the school year, what I really do hope is your focus regularly throughout the school year, throughout the summer, is on our awesome, amazing God. So that's what we talked about with your kids this week. Now, to focus means to take a closer look, right? To look harder at something. And when we focus on other people, we get to know them better. And we think that's really important because this week, a lot of friendships were made here, right? And so if it's a person you don't know very well, but you do a good job of focusing on them, the first time you meet them, you're going to do a better job of knowing them the next time you see them somewhere. And if you do a good job of focusing on them again, you're going to know even more about them the next time you come across them. So maybe they're going to be a classmate in the fall. Maybe you'll see them at church regularly. Maybe you'll see them at the lake fishing, whatever it is. If you do a good job of focusing, you're going to know more about them, and they're going to know more about you too. Now, when we focus, we understand things about people we may not necessarily see with our eyeballs, right? So we focus on them and we can see certain things about them, and that's great, but an added bonus to that is we soak up other information. So an example of knowing something, even though we see something different, would be like if we see a dark thundercloud in the sky and it's heading toward us, we know it's probably going to what? Right. So we don't necessarily see the rain, but we see a cloud and we know off in the distance, okay, rain is headed this way. Or a lot of it dodges us a lot, right? It goes to Grand Island instead. I don't know why that is that way, but that seems to be the case so regularly. So we know that's coming. Now, kids, think about this. If we're running around with mom and her phone dings, what do we know? She what? She's getting a call. She got a message. She's going to look at it and she's going, oh, and she's going to be even busier now than she was 14 seconds ago. And how could mom be busier? I don't know. They're the busiest people I've ever met. But I want you to know, just because we can't see stuff doesn't mean we don't know stuff about it. We don't learn more about it. That there isn't other important things there. And that's kind of the way we think about God, right? We see a lot of things in this world, but we don't get to see God. He's not standing here next to me. I assume he would be taller, thinner, more handsome. None of those things are hard if you're comparing to me, right? But I really don't know near as much about God as I would like to, but I can learn more and more about God when I focus on God, right? So we played some games this week to kind of illustrate that point. And one of those games we like to play is called Get in Focus. That's right. Now, the kids got to play this Monday night. So I think we should have some parents come up and play, right? So I'm going to tell you flat out, I do not like picking people out of the crowd because every kid wants to come up, and so you break their heart when you don't call on them. Never does a parent want to come up. So when you pick the parents, those parents are going to be irate with you for the next month. So you see them, whatever day it happens, up at Target shopping, and they just give you the stink eye. And their kid's like, oh, pick me this weekend. Like, it's such a dichotomy. We're going to have the Spaniard adults come up here. Sarah and this feller, we got to see a video about you just yesterday. Wasn't that yesterday? I got to be honest, VBS week is amazing, but it's a long week, right? It's 12-hour days the whole week. So when they say in the script, Monday you did this, I'm like, that was Monday? Well, I haven't slept since then. So it just feels like it was whatever day. All right. So we're going to be respectful of social distancing. All right, I like that you wore a shirt that says friends, no pressure. All right, so this is what's going to happen. I'm going to have both groups stand toward the front of the stage and then stare at the screen closest to you. All right? Does that make sense? Everybody good? Yeah, don't fall off. Good looking out. You're on the dangerous side. That's very manly of you. Good judge, super manly. Way to be. So this is what's going to happen. The first one is supposed to be an example. I don't even want to do an example. These are bright people up here. I think they're going to get it. So there's going to be a blurry image, and all you have to do, I'm going to stand back here. I have excellent peripheral vision. When you think you know what that is, just raise your hand. And this, wait, before we do any more, all week long we kept score between the boys and the girls. So, had I been thinking, but I wasn't, I'd have the girls on one side and the boys on, but I didn't do that. So, we're going to say this is the girls' team, okay? And this is the boys' team. All right? That had to happen. This is perfect representation. Like I said, brilliant people. So, when you think you know what the image is, raise your hand, and I'll say team 1 or team 2. I'm going to point to you, because I'm going to mix up the numbers anyway. And you're going to get a point for it.
How many guesses do we have?
We have our first guess. Before you get to guess twice, you'll have a turn. Okay, so what do we got here?
Lobster.
A lobster, and he's wearing a friend shirt? Oh, no, that's not right, though. That was cute, though. That was fun for you friend fans out there. All right. That does kind of look like a lobster, doesn't it? So I look up there. So the kids in the crowd, they played this game. These are the same images, so don't shout out the answers, okay? But hoop and holler, support them, give them a hard time, whatever. You're in the crowd, we can't really hear you. What do you think? Yeah. Glasses? That is correct. That is a pair of glasses. Look at that. Yep. The one person up here without glasses is like, yeah, that's a lobster. That's 100% a lobster. Whoops. Andrea, that was a bit of a fumble. Okay, so the girls have 1 point. We have a second image, Mr. Eric. Oh, it's Meredith tonight. It's not even Eric doing it. Miss Meredith, sorry. You can throw something at me later. Okay, what do we got there? That's a little tougher, isn't it? Whoa. We have a guess? Wait a minute. She guessed a magnifying glass. You got to be quicker on the draw, because that is correct. That is a magnifying glass. Man, it is 2-0. We only have 6. So this is about to be a clean sweep. All right. Number 3. Thanks, Meredith. What? You know what? I was looking at my paper. I think maybe who raised their hand first? Well, I'm getting mixed. How could this be? Even the crowd doesn't know. Okay, I'm going the official answer to the judges, and you say the Spaniards, hand up first. All right, yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Binoculars. I'm sorry, it's an ant. No, it's binoculars, yeah. It looks like an ant, though. The first time we did it, I was like, what? Okay, 2-1. Way to claw back into it. All right, our next one is Meredith. That was definitely the Spaniards. You can confer. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a telescope.
That, he says, is a telescope.
Yeah.
And he says correctly, folks.
Yeah.
2-2. Yeah. Ooh, all of a sudden it's a game. This is so much fun. All right, number 5, let's get ready. Yeah.
A microscope.
A microscope, final answer? That is a microscope, yes indeed. Oh man, that's 3 in a row. Okay, this is for all the marbles. So Ryan's like, because you let him have the third one. I went to the judges, jeez. That's why his last name's Burt Hard. Golly, all right. So this is it, right? You can tie it up or you can lose it right here. Last one, Meredith, what do you got for us? This one is almost unfair, but not. I mean, we wouldn't be unfair, but it's real close to, this is exceedingly difficult. Nothing yet? 5, 4, 3, what? Oh, I wouldn't guess. A contact lens? You're just taking a stab at it. That's a contact lens, but it's actually 2 contact lenses. No, that's, so it's a tie. It's a tie. I love that. Way to go. So just so we know, the girls did still win the week. You had a chance to tie it up, and you blew it. So much for being friends. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for coming up here and let us have some fun with you. Did anybody notice a theme across all of those images? Anybody that is not a kid that was here during the week that already knows the theme? An adult? There's an adult? They all help us bring things into focus. That's absolutely right. Well, how many of you picked up on that when we were playing? You're in the Lord's house. Don't lie. If you raise your hand, that's a fib. Don't do that. Well, thanks again so much for our volunteers. It was fantastic. You know what? There's one awesome way every night this week we got to turn our focus to God, and that was through singing and dancing, and that's what we're going to do right now. This is a great way to show God how much we love him. So, elementary dance team, come on up. But wait till I get off. Social distancing.
Social distancing, Josh.
This is my faith, this is my focus, all of my days. I know where my hope is, I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I fix my eyes on you. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. You are my only focus. I fix my eyes on you. This is my faith, this is my focus. All of my days, I know where my hope is. I live it loud, I shout the chorus, because I know, oh, you're always for us. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And even when it's hard for me to see, I will trust in you, I will believe. And keep on looking to you for where I'm going, knowing you go there too. I'll keep on looking to you. I'll fix my eyes on you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a seat. Yeah, great job, dance team. That's so much fun. I love seeing kids singing and dancing, and we have some kids over here just going to town, having a great time. Some kids are going 110% with this dancing. It's awesome. Hey, my name's Kent Sumberg. If I haven't met you yet, I'm the Next Generation pastor here. Welcome to our FX. We're so thankful that you sent your kids this week to VBS. We had a fantastic week. We loved seeing your kids interact with the gospel and just to be able to encourage them and have a great time together. I want to recognize all the awesome leaders from this week. So if you were a leader, please stand up. And there's a lot, and don't just sit there. Stand up right now. I know you guys. You don't want to stand up. Yes, please give them a hand. Thank you so much to our leaders. We had about 180 kids and about 90 leaders, and we had a lot of leaders, which is wonderful to give kids a lot of attention, and it went very smoothly. So thank you to leaders. Also, Josh already did this, but hello to our friends online. We had a number of friends doing virtual VBS, and so hi to you guys. We've been saying hi to them every night. That's been fun. The last thing I want to share with you is there's a lot of food left over. Please, it's just right out there afterwards. Would you just grab a bag or two or whatever, chips? Just please help yourself. We don't want them to the food to sit around here, so please take that. All right, so one of the things that we focused on this week, which I'm super excited about, is our giving opportunity. The kids brought offering this week to help sponsor 2 kids in Magange, Colombia. All the offerings are going to go support those 2 kids, Elianis and Julian. We had a fantastic kid correspondent this week named Lily, and she helped us learn every night about what we were giving to. And so let's see one more video. Here's Lily.
Can you believe it's already the last day of VBS? This week has gone so fast. Thank you, all of you from Carnegie Free who have been giving money to sponsor Elianis and Julian. Thank you for also being part of the Boys versus Girls Giving Challenge this week. If your family would like to sponsor a child through Compassion International, be sure to talk to Pastor Kent or a teacher you know here at church. They can get you connected with the child in Magange through the sponsorship program and can also get it connected with Compassion International. And it's only a little over $1 a day. Compassion Child Sponsorship is not just about giving money. It's about having a relationship with your child, talking about your life, and about sending them letters and pictures of your family. And they'll write you back. That's the best part. Me and my family love getting letters. One of the most important things you can do is pray for your sponsored child. You can pray by yourself or with your family. Here's some example of some things that you can pray. That they can know Jesus in their heart, and they would learn and grow in school, and that they would be safe and healthy, and that God would give them a spirit of hope and joy. If you're still wondering if child sponsorship really works, check out some of these numbers of kids who have been sponsored. They're more likely to stay in school and have a successful future. Thanks for joining us at Carnegie Free VBS. I hope you had fun and learned to keep your focus on God. He has good plans for you. Signing off, this is Lily Omer. See you next time.
Yeah. Our church has a wonderful relationship with Compassion International and a community in Colombia called Magange. I could tell you lots more. There's information on the wall out there if you want to know more. And Lily taught a bunch our kids about that this week. Lily and her mom, Lindsay, did a fantastic job making these videos. And I'm sure the kids are wondering who won the giving challenge from last night. So let's check it out.
Your generous giving has blown us away this week. We've received a total of $569.62 for Colombia. Great job living for God by loving others. Get ready to see who won the boys versus girls giving challenge. Drum roll, please. The boys. Great job, boys. We are so proud of you all for giving money to go to Colombia. Great job, guys.
Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. Oh, I've got joy.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for obviously to a wonderful need. And so the offering boxes are out there tonight. If you'd like to contribute, all of that goes to those two kids in Magange. Hey, let's focus on one more thing that we talked about this week, our memory verse. And we'll put that on the slides here. Let's read it together, okay? This is from Hebrews 12. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let us keep looking to Jesus. He is the one who started this journey of faith. And he is the one who completes the journey of faith. Hebrews 12, 2a. Yeah, we like to say nerve. This one, New International Revised Version. Great. Now we're going to hear from, we're going to have our preschool dance team to come up. You guys come on up. And we're going to do one of the songs that the 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds and the kindergartners did this week called I've Got a Friend. So if you want to stand up and dance, do it now. Let's do I've Got a Friend.
My messy hair, my silly faces, my goofy grin, my funny dances, my messy hair, my silly faces, my goofy grin, my funny dances. I've got a friend in Jesus. He loves everything about me. I've got a friend in Jesus. He loves everything about me. When I get scared, you make me braver. You are my friend forever. When I get scared, you make me braver. You are my friend forever. Oh, I've got a friend in Jesus. He loves everything about me. I've got a friend in Jesus. He loves everything about me. Yeah. All right. Hey, who knows where your head is? What about your shoulders? Can you point to your knees and your toes? Awesome, let's do it together. My head and shoulders, knees and toes. He loves everything about me. My eyes and ears and mouth and nose. He loves everything about me. My head and shoulders, knees and toes. He loves everything about me. My eyes and ears and mouth and nose. He loves everything about me. Everybody sing. I've got a friend in Jesus. He loves everything about me. I've got a friend in Jesus. He loves everything about me. Oh, I've got a friend in Jesus. He loves everything about me. Loves me. I've got a
Great job, dance crew. Every year we end up talking about this, that those songs are just catchy, right? Gosh. So at the beginning of the week, I was like, I don't know, these are a little too poppy for me. I got a friend. Stuck in my head for the rest of the month. And I don't mean July, I mean like the next 30 days. Because it'll still be in my head tomorrow for sure. Anyway, it's just amazing, again, what you can learn when you do a good job of focusing. We touched on this a bit ago, but when you focus and you take a closer look, you can learn things that you just never learned before, stuff that was always just right in front of you. And you might even, again, learn about things you can't see because of what you can see. But our relationship with God, when it's like that, that's a good thing, and that's okay. Because our God is so big and so powerful, it's impossible to know everything about him. And I love that about God. If I understood everything about God, I don't think I'd be quite as impressed, right? If I knew how God did everything he does and why he does everything he does, I might be like, oh, okay. But I don't understand some things about God. And I don't know why he does some of the things he does. And I don't know how he does so much of what he does. And that's part of why I just think he's awesome. And when I see the things in this world, when I focus on those big things, huge tall trees, big boulders, other living things like deer and fish, I'm just amazed, right? So I know when I see those things, even though God doesn't look me in the face or whisper in my ear and say, man, I'm super creative, I know he is, because I see that in the world around us, right? So not only is it just stuff like that, it's other things. He blesses us with so much, like white chocolate, macadamia nut, cranberry cookies, manna from heaven, right? Our God knows us really, really well, but he wants to know us better. And even if we know God better than anybody else on this earth, we don't know him well enough. And that's the simple truth. So we need to focus on him, and we can do that by just giving some of our time to him every day, right? So how do we hear God? We talked about this week. What do you think, kids? How do we hear God? The Bible. Yeah, we read the Bible. We spend time in God's word, and that's how we hear him. And when we focus more on that daily, then we do a better job of thinking the way he would want us to think, of acting the way he would want us to act, of treating people the way he would want us to treat them, just like his son did, right? So we learn all of that by concentrating on God every day. By focusing on the things about God we already know, we can learn tons more about God that we don't know yet, that he will love when we find out. That's not much of a segue, but we're going to move on to a game anyway. And this game we played the other night, and it was just insane. There's no better way to describe it. And this game is called Guess 'Em All. So, thanks. Good job, Eric. That was definitely Eric. He hit the button. I can't just do that with my voice. It's a technical thing. I don't even know how it works. I do believe the Erdmans, Nick and Kayla, are going to bring their whole troop up here. Wait, where did Nick go? You were slouched down? How dare you? This is what I was talking about. Everywhere he sees me now, he's going to be like, you called me up on stage. And the kid's like, yes, this is the best, right? So this is going to be kids versus adults. Now, you don't have to socially distance so much because you have to put up with each other all the time anyway. But we're going to break you up into two groups all the same, okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to see 30 images that flash up on that screen over the course of 30 seconds. That means you get 1 second per image to imprint it into your mind, or else. No, not or else. So you're going to be the team lead over here. You're going to write down everything you remember seeing, and you're going to help sis remember everything. Tell her everything that you remember seeing on the screen. Mom and dad over here. And who has better handwriting? Oh, Kayla? Definitely. Perfect. You're going to want to look at the screen. And anything she says, you just keep your little mouth. No, I'm kidding. Work as a team. Try to remember as many of the 30 images as you can. And then we're going to go through them. And whichever team, adults or kids, that has the most at the end is the winner. There's a lot riding on this. So much riding on this. Hey, good luck. Seriously, though. Do it right. You're going to do great, though. All right, so 30 seconds, 1 second per image. Are we all ready? On your marks, get set, go. Okay, go. Wait, you gotta wait. You can't write until it's done. No writing, you're cheating. Stop writing. Stop writing. You can't write till it's done. Not till the 30 seconds is up. I did not explain that. That might be my fault. The cassette tape. All right. Write everything you can remember for 30 more seconds. I'm keeping count in my head. Now, this is what happened last night, or 2 nights ago. That cassette tape showed up on that screen, and we were playing with all kids that were like 5th grader. They didn't even know what that was. They were like, spaceship? Wasn't space? I saw a spaceship up there. No, you definitely didn't. You saw a cassette tape, and that was the most foreign thing you've ever seen. Didn't even make sense to you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your writing utensils down. Good job. All right, we're just going to go through. Now, they didn't necessarily have to be in order, okay? So anything you remembered that you wrote down, I'm going to say, did you put that on your list? And if you did, you're going to say, yeah, I put it on my list. And then I'm going to say, okay, that's a point for you. And luckily, I've got just enough scratch paper here to keep score. So that worked out super well. All right, what did we see first? What do you got, Meredith? A horse? Of course. Who had a horse on their list? Okay, that's 1-1. That was easy. What do we have next? A beetle. We got a car. Beetle, okay. Mom and Dad, it's tied. What do we got next? Shades. Did we get sunglasses? Okay, well, it's 28 to go. So you did? I believe you. I'm going to be honest with you. I believe her. I just want the parents to win because I'm a parent. All right, what do we got next? The 4th thing. The Bible? Oh, guys. we're at church. I mean, that should have been a thing. Was the Bible? I don't know, just write it down. You should have done that. Okay. What do we got next? Donuts? You're going to be in shape your whole lives if you don't remember donuts. Did you write down donuts? Okay. At least they didn't make any ground. All right. After donuts, what do we got? The moon. Oh, good job. Well played. All right. Next. Chickadee. We put a chick on there? No? Okay. What do we got next? A fish. No? Right. I told you Wednesday night it was just it was just complete debacle. That's true, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, it was different. Yeah. Okay, after fish, what do we got? A phone? Were you guys here when we played? You saw the video? Okay. Next, orange. Okay, they got an orange. Yeah? Okay, it's still just a 1-point game. What do we got next? A penguin? Nobody remembered a penguin. You broke that little penguin's heart. He's probably an endangered species. I don't know. Not even thinking about him. Next is the golf ball. Nobody remembered golf? No? Grass? Did you write grass? No, but grass. Well, it's true. That's there too. Bonus point. I'm kidding. I didn't give it to him. What do we got next? French fries. No? Next? Oh, pretty flower. Oh, we wrote flower, no flower. It's a Tide ball game. Yeah. Be cool, though. Be cool. Just be cool. All right. Next. Banana. Banana. No? Oh, that for sure we'd remember that. Okay, what do we got? Cactus. No? This is the first time you've ever seen one? I don't even know what that thing is. Okay, next. Plane? Yo. Parents, don't go crazy, but we just took the lead. Okay. All right. Hey, I said don't crazy. I mean, be excited, but don't crazy. Okay, next. sandwich. And after the sandwich is the bear. Yeah? Yes. Oh man, we are soaring now. Okay, what do we got after the bear? The beach ball. A beach ball. Oh, okay. What do we have after the beach ball? Yeah, because I mentioned the cassette tape. That was, okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Wednesday, yeah. But now you know. It's a cassette tape. How many, this, if I do this, cassette tape. Geez, Brian Adams, couldn't you just have stayed in the, I know I've listened to this 400 times, but everything I do for you. All right, next. Chicken suit Lego, you got it. You don't have to be that specific. Just Lego works. All right, what do we got? Ladybug? Nobody. Next. Pumpkins. Oh, man. Oh, man. No. Oh, man, that's a bummer. You're the eldest. That's your job to lead. This one's on you. Next, Meredith. Nobody? All right, next. That is a mirror. That's a 10-speed. Nobody put bike? How many adults, did you call it a 10-speed growing up? How many? Yeah, it was a 10-speed. What do you call it? He was like, no, that's a bike. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a bike. Next. Ooh, rodents. Who put gross rodent? Nobody? Okay. Popcorn, get your popcorn here. Popcorn, hot, fresh. Nope, okay. Broccoli, get your broccoli here. Nobody does. Oh, it's real green. That is cauliflower. Kate, I would like to submit my resignation. I don't know my fruits and veggies very well. Cauliflower, yeah, that you do get a point because you put the right thing. Next, watermelon. No, that was the last one. Remember, we kept saying, when's that? All right, we don't need to say the final score. Just trust me when I say mom and dad know a lot. So just trust the adults in your life. Great job. Thank you so much for coming up, and thank you for your help this week. It was awesome having you because, like I said, this is an awesome week, but it's still a lot of work for a lot of people. How many of you did a good job of remembering those? I mean, all the kids, yeah, I did great. I knew 28 of them. Of course you did. I think we burned up all our focus. So how do we get back to focusing? Well, we bring the elementary dance team back up here, and we have them sing and dance and celebrate our awesome God. Let's do it.
I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. 'Cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy. Come sunshine or rain, when things don't go my way, still my joy can stay. 'Cause you give me blessings every day. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. 'Cause I've got joy. Oh, I've got joy. You fill my heart with hope. You're everywhere I go. So even if I'm feeling low, I still got this one thing, this I know. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Joy down in my soul to stay, and nothing's gonna take it away. Joy down in my soul. I'm gonna let this feeling take control. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. 'Cause I've got joy. some noise, cause you give me joy, and it's never ever going away. Every new sunrise, gonna fix my eyes on the one who never fails. I'm gonna make some noise, cause you give me joy, and it's never ever going away. Whoa, cause I've got joy. Ooh, I've got joy, yeah. Cause I've got joy. Whatever comes my way, I'll be okay. Oh, I've got joy.
Parents, we would like to thank you for trusting us with your children this week. It was a week that we planned and prayed for, and it's just delightful to see you guys all come together tonight with us. Kids, on Monday night, we watched a video about seeing God in creation, and we're gonna watch that video again right now so parents, you can see what we built our week upon.
Whoa, this is amazing. Can you see that? Oh, hey there. My name's Kellen, and that was my eyeball. Let's do it one more time. Whoop, woohoo! Ah, cool, right? Well, God gave us eyes to see, and they're pretty impressive. The eye muscles are the fastest in the body, and while the eye is only an inch across and weighs less than a slice of bread, it has over 2 million working parts and can see millions of colors. Incredible, right? Our Bible story today is from the book of Romans and was written by a guy named the Apostle Paul. Now, Paul was not one of the original 12 disciples of Jesus, but he had a pretty amazing encounter with Jesus that changed his life. So amazing that Paul ended up writing several books in the New Testament, more than any other person. And so in Romans, Paul writes this: "Ever since the world was created, it has been possible to see the qualities of God that are not seen. I'm talking about his eternal power and about the fact he is God. Those things can be seen in what he has made, so people have no excuse for what they do." So what is Paul saying? He's saying, look around. Look at this incredible world. See the incredible things in nature. The ocean, the mountains, how intricate a beautiful and single flower is. Why are these things here? Well, Paul's saying it points to a God who created them. But God's creation doesn't just include nature. Look at your friends and your family, the people that you love and that love you. Where does that love come from? It comes from how you were created. And that fact also points to a God who loves us. Paul is simply saying, stop and take a closer look. And when you do, you'll see the evidence of a God who loves you and loves the world. If we really look for it, we'll be able to see the amazing things about God and the amazing things God is doing in our world. But here's something else I want to look at today. Even though Paul wrote this with only being able to use his eyes, today we're also going to use some tools to help us see things our eyes by themselves can't see. Let's take this telescope for example. Our eyes can only see so far, but when we look through a telescope and bring it into focus, we can see things further out in space. And some scientists have even used bigger and more powerful telescopes to see further and further into space. And here's the thing about space. It's huge. Let me show you what I've been able to see. So, here's us. But here we are in our solar system. Yep. You see that tiny little blue dot? That's us. So that's our solar system. But our solar system is a tiny, tiny thing in our galaxy, the Milky Way. Now, where are we in our galaxy? You gotta figure we're right in the middle, right? Nope. Our solar system, all 8 of our planets in the sun, is like a speck of sand right here. And you're thinking, well, that's gotta be it, right? The galaxy's huge, so huge that I can't even wrap my head around it. But do you know how many more massive galaxies there are in the universe? Maybe a handful? Scientists now believe there are 2 trillion galaxies. When we look up at the stars, it lets us see the traits of a God who is bigger than our imagination. So, now that you and I are maybe feeling a little small, let me show you something else. I have a microscope here, and with super high-powered microscopes, we can see incredible detail of the smallest things. Our body is made up of all kinds of cells and some of the smallest things that can do incredible work that help us walk and talk, eat and think, digest our food, run around, climb trees, and each of those cells has its own job. Here, take a look at this. All right, let's bring this into focus. All right, there we go. What do you guys think those are? I'll give you a hint. Everyone take a deep breath right now. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Those things are called alveoli. Our lungs are made up of tiny air sacs that take oxygen in and carbon dioxide out with every breath. Look how incredible they are. Do you know how many of them are in your lungs? Hundreds of millions. Every breath while you're running in gym class and every breath while you're sleeping. When you take a closer look with a microscope, we can see that even the smallest part of us is created with such detail and care. Our God is so vast, it's mind-boggling. But He also cares about the smallest thing inside each of you. But what else can we see in creation that points us to a God we can't see? Well, we read in Genesis in the creation story that humans were a part of creation. And it says that we were all created in the image of God. That includes me, and that includes you. That means a lot of things, but I think it means that since we were created in God's image, we too can point to God. I'll give you an example. If I saw a building on fire, that would be pretty scary, right? But do you know what else I could see if I took out this pair of binoculars? Whoa, I'd see people. I'd see the firefighters running to put out the fire. Maybe even going inside to save people. When we see people loving others more than themselves, it points to a God who created us to do some pretty amazing things. When we really focus, we have so many things around us that we can see and observe. And even though we can't physically see God, the things we can see point to a God that is here right now working in our lives. As we learn more and more about this world that God has created for us, we can be excited about how much care God gave the world. And that's a reminder that God loves me and God loves you. And that's some pretty good news. Well, I'll see you next time as we take a closer look.
So parents, as you can see, in addition to having fun with games and crafts and small groups, we got to hear Bible stories like this each week through Kellen and the videos there. And Monday night we talked about what God created and how we can see Him in our creation. And each night we would have a key question. And Monday night's key question was, what was one of your favorite things that God created? And kids, I'm going to give you about 15 seconds right now to tell your parents what is one of your favorite things that God created. I shared with the kids on Monday night, those answers could be an animal, it could be a person, it could be the mountains or a special tree, and told them one of my favorite things that God created is the sunsets. And Nebraska is a great place to live for His beautiful sunsets. And so each night we would have a key question, and we would talk about this story and the key questions more in depth in our small group time, which was great. Okay, kids, I'm going to need your help, especially the elementary kids. We had a bottom line each night, and we're going to review those quickly so you can show off and show your parents how much you know. So the bottom line from Monday night was Focus on what you can see. And that again goes to looking out and seeing what God created both in his creation and in people. And we can learn about him and his qualities by studying what he has made. Bottom line number 2 from Tuesday night was, it does look like glasses. What is it here? Our bottom line that night was, you can hear from God. And Josh mentioned this a little bit ago. How can we hear from God? By reading the Bible. And our story was from Jesus telling the story about the wise man building his house on a rock and the foolish man building his house on the sand. Very good. And if we want to be a wise man, we'll study God's word and put it into practice. Okay, bottom line from day 3. You can talk with others about what you believe. And that came from Jesus and the disciples talking about who people said he was. And Peter said, "You are the Messiah." And they had a discussion about that. And we encourage the kids to visit with parents or with friends about what they're learning or how they're seeing God work in their lives. And last night, our bottom line was, you can live for God by loving others. And we looked at the love chapter from 1 Corinthians 13 and just how we can be examples for Christ by loving others. So that's our focus week and some bullet points. And we hope as parents that you feel like we as a church want to come around you and help you in helping you focus on Christ. Because kids, guess what? Sometimes adults need reminders too that we need to keep our focus on Christ.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. Pam did a great job helping us wrap up the stories. It's a great teacher. Hey, I just want to let you know that we have a family experience like this every month of the school year. Our first one is September 2nd, preceded by a family meal at 5:30, like we had. Beautiful meal tonight. It's not normally outside on a picture-perfect evening.
Right.
That was a blessing.
It was.
But we have a great time having a family meal and then come in here at 6:30 and have a really fun time learning about faith in our Life app every month. So hope you can join us on September 2nd. We also have E-Free Kids on Sunday morning, 9:15 and 11. We have a great time downstairs. Birth through 5th grade is E-Free Kids, and nursery and toddlers up here, and then 3-year-old through 5th grade downstairs. If you haven't tried that yet, we hope you can try that soon. And I think that's all I have.
Okay, perfect. Thank you all again so much for giving us time with your kids this week. We hope maybe tonight you as adults learned a little bit of something about how important their week was, and you continue to help them focus as they move forward. So let's pray together one last time, and then we'll get you on out of here. Sound good? Go ahead and bow our heads and close our eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for such an amazing week. Thank you for blessing us with so much time with these kids. Continue to inspire them, Lord. Help them do a good job of focusing on you, and help us do the same, Lord. There are so many things, 2 million parts in our eyeballs and hundreds of millions of parts in our lungs that you know about and you care about. And that truly is an amazing picture of a God that knows more than we could possibly understand and cares more than we could even imagine about us. So help us do a good job of trying to live a life that you would be proud of. Help us do a good job of modeling our life after your Son. Help us do a good job of learning, being courageous, and just loving each other. Help us have a great, safe rest of this weekend. Help us all stay happy and healthy. And we ask all these things through your Son's awesome and holy name. Amen.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
See you. See you Sunday. Don't forget the Saturday night live stream tomorrow night. Yeah.